Welcome to Lunar Truths, where every day we explore hidden lives, secrets, and personal journeys. Today's story begins with a single email, an ordinary message that unravelled a husband's hidden world of cross-dressing, secrecy, and self-discovery. Stay tuned as we dive into a story of trust, honesty, and hidden passions. The email arrived at midday, sunlight streaming through the windows of Ethan and Jennifer's suburban home. The subject line seemed innocuous, just another message from their accountant, Grant Wallace, about tax season. Jennifer, sifting through travel confirmations, office updates, and electronic receipts, didn't anticipate that this one would upend her perception of her husband. When she opened the attachment labelled uncategorised card charges, a faint unease crept in. The list of vendor names and timestamps made her pause. Wig shops, women's clothing boutiques, accessories she had never imagined Ethan purchasing. Her mind raced to rational explanations, perhaps a mix-up at the accountant's office, but each charge was clearly listed under Ethan's name and on a credit card Jennifer had never known existed. Her chest tightened. The purchases spanned more than a year, each line item asking to be categorised, business expense or personal. The thought that this might indicate financial trouble, an affair, or some hidden aspect of his life left her reeling. The knowledge struck like a cold wind. This was a side of Ethan she hadn't known, a secret life meticulously concealed. She reread Grant's polite email. "Hello, Ethan and Jennifer. Could you clarify the nature of these expenditures? We want to ensure accuracy when filing. Let me know if you have any questions." Jennifer closed the laptop with a trembling hand, pressing her palms to her temples. The weight of discovery was immediate. Then Ethan appeared at the door, home early from work. A rare occurrence. "Jen, you home?" he called, his voice light, unaware of the storm brewing inside her. She met him in the kitchen. Her voice quivered slightly. "We got an email from Grant. About a card we didn't know existed." Charges he can't categorise. Ethan froze for a fraction of a second, colour draining from his face. "Oh, that card, it's just personal. Nothing major." Jennifer's eyes narrowed. "These charges? Wigs, women's clothing, accessories? They're all under your name?" He swallowed. "Yes, I shop under the name Eliza. It's important to me. I never meant to hurt you." The kitchen felt suddenly too small, the sunlight too bright. Jennifer's heart pounded as she processed the revelation. This wasn't debt or infidelity. This was a deeply private passion, hidden from her for years. "Why hide it?" she asked softly, her voice catching. "I was afraid," Ethan admitted, shoulders slumping. "Afraid you'd see me differently. Afraid it would change how you feel about me. I thought if I kept a separate card, I could manage this side of myself without hurting you." Jennifer exhaled slowly, sinking into a chair. "We need to handle this. For the taxes, yes, but also for us." He nodded, relief mixed with guilt. They contacted Grant, clarifying that all the charges were personal. That resolved the immediate issue, but the personal conversation, the one that would test their marriage, was only beginning. Over the next few days, life continued in its ordinary rhythm. Work, errands, meals. Yet an invisible tension lingered, threading through every interaction. Jennifer struggled to reconcile the man she thought she knew with this hidden side. Ethan navigated a delicate balance of openness and apprehension, unsure how to reintroduce parts of himself into their shared life. Finally, Ethan invited Jennifer into the attic above the garage. Dust motes floated lazily in the sunlight, filtering through the small window. In one corner sat a large trunk, locked with a small combination lock. He knelt, spun the dials and lifted the lid. Inside lay a carefully curated world. Dresses, skirts, blouses, undergarments, each folded meticulously. A smaller organiser held wigs, each perched on its own foam head, along with hair accessories and makeup. Jennifer knelt beside the trunk, gingerly sifting through the items. "You have good taste," she said quietly, a touch of humour threading through her awe. Ethan smiled, a short laugh escaping. "I guess I do. I've always admired certain styles. Sometimes I wonder what it would feel like to wear them myself." "That's why I shop this way," Jennifer nodded slowly, absorbing the vulnerability in his voice. "Thank you for showing me," she said. For the first time, the secrecy lifted slightly, replaced by cautious honesty. They spoke at length, negotiating boundaries, understanding feelings, and establishing transparency. The trunk became less a symbol of shame and more a bridge between hidden passions and shared trust. Weeks passed. The initial shock faded into routine, though not without effort. Jennifer encountered small traces of Ethan's other self, a lip gloss left on the counter, a wig casually draped on a stand. And gradually, these discoveries became a part of their domestic reality. Their conversations evolved, more fluid than before. Jennifer shared her frustrations, recalling the humiliation of discovering the secret through an accountant's email rather than from Ethan himself. Ethan listened, apologising, promising transparency. On a quiet Sunday, they tackled household chores. Jennifer dusted off old shoes, teasing lightly. "Do these even fit you properly?" Ethan shrugged. "I just never liked how they looked." "Well, then maybe we should make space for items you actually wear," Jennifer said, glancing at the attic trunk. He nodded thoughtfully. "I could integrate some pieces into the main closet. Not everything, of course. Guests might be confused. But it would feel less like living a double life." Jennifer considered it. "If it helps you be honest, I'm willing." "Let's figure out a system." Months rolled on. They continued negotiating, learning when and how Ethan might dress up, and how Jennifer could support him without discomfort. Their marriage, once defined by routine, now included a layer of intimacy and trust, forged through vulnerability. Small moments became milestones. Finding a wig forgotten on a stand, a makeup brush left casually on the counter, a new blouse tucked into the closet. Each discovery, initially jarring, became a step toward understanding. Occasionally, they revisited the question of disclosure to friends and family. Ethan remained hesitant, valuing privacy, and Jennifer respected that. Yet the walls between them had dissolved. Secrecy no longer dictated their interactions. The following year, another tax season arrived. Grant's email landed in their inbox, a reminder to track expenses. Ethan opened the laptop. "I have a few charges on the secondary card," he said, voice tentative. "They're personal, as we agreed." "Want to go over them together?" Jennifer joined him, nodding. "Let's make sure it's all clear this time." They categorised the items, noting them as personal. No business deductions, no hidden surprises. Jennifer leaned back, a faint smile forming. "Exactly." No more surprises. Ethan squeezed her hand, relief evident. "Thank you for trusting me, for walking through this with me." Jennifer exhaled, gazing out at leaves drifting in the gentle autumn breeze. Their life had shifted. It wasn't perfect. There were still doubts, moments of discomfort, but it was real. They had faced hidden truths and chosen honesty over fear, intimacy over secrecy. Ethan moved closer on the couch, sliding an arm around her shoulders. She rested her head against him, feeling the warmth of years spent together, layered now with newfound understanding. Their journey had begun with a cold, impersonal email from an accountant. It had unmasked a hidden world, testing their marriage. Yet in the aftermath, they had found unexpected strength, not in perfection, but in raw honesty, patience, and love. Each conversation, each careful step, had made their bond more genuine. For the first time in years, Jennifer and Ethan felt a quiet certainty. Their marriage could withstand imperfection, secrecy, and the unorthodox twists life presented. Bit by bit, they were learning how to communicate, how to trust and how to love a fuller, truer version of each other.